coffeeandcoloring.com. Today I'm going to show you how to use colored pencils to color in grayscale photographs and grayscale coloring pages. I hope you guys enjoy. So when you're coloring a grayscale image, you want to use the natural lights and darks that are found within the photograph. Use those as a guide in order to create your shadows and your highlights when coloring in. Now, whenever I use colored pencils, I begin with very light strokes just to try to get a layer of that colored pencil down, because I find it's best to use colored pencils by building many light layers built on top of each other. Now, to do the nose, I'm alternating between light colored pinks and darker pinks and reds and brownish reds, just to make it more lifelike, just trying to capture all of those shadows that are there as well as highlights. Now I'm going to take my white colored pencil and blend these colors in. If you've never used a white colored pencil to blend, I highly recommend checking out my How to Blend with White Colored Pencil tutorial on my channel. It's a great way to blend colors. I never knew what to really do with the white colored pencil, and I learned that technique, and it has been my go-to. Now, I do apologize for the shadows in this video. I was recording it in my art studio at night. I tried to get the best lighting that I could, but there's nothing like that natural daylight. But I was not able to record this video when I wanted to, so I do apologize. Now, I'm taking one of my gray pencils and just tracing over some of the shadows that are in the coloring page that I want to accentuate more. I don't want them to get lost in the layers of colored pencils, so I'm going through and just accentuating those to make them pop. Now I'm going back in to blend with my white colored pencil again and blend and add some different highlights as well. Now the nose is pretty much complete. I may go in and add some more details later, but I'm pretty happy with the results so far. Now I'm coming through with a light yellow because I want to make a yellow and orange kitty. And I'm just laying down my base layer of color here, not really putting it on thick, just a base color just to kind of start building all the layers that I want. It needs somewhere to start with, so I'm going through and adding that. With this kitty, I'll be using different shades of yellows and oranges and browns and white as well to simulate his fur. While doing his fur, I'm going to use the natural tones within the photograph/coloring page to guide what colors I'm going to use. So in these dark spots, I'm using a darker orange to keep those shadows going. I'm also coming into these shadows and accentuating these gray spots as well using a gray colored pencil just to make them pop a little bit more. I'm going to be alternating between all the different shades of orange and yellow and browns that I'm going to be using in this kitty, just alternating as the page guides me to do using the different shades that are already present on there. Now what I'm doing here is in all of these little darker gray areas that are found in the bridge of the nose, I'm going through and marking it with a darker orange just to really make those pop and make it look more realistic. I'm taking a gray colored pencil and just adding in some more of those natural shadows that are there just to give a more fur-like appearance. I'm going to work on the eye now, taking that same gray and darkening up those shadows that are on the photograph coloring page and just making them really stand out. And I do apologize for the shadow again. Not working in the best lighting. Art studio does not get good light at nighttime. I need to work on that. Now with a white color pencil, we're going to go through and make some different highlights to the eye to give it a more 3D effect, because even though there's lots of shadows, in the shadows there's still variations of the colors. So just going through and adding some of those, just following the guides of the photograph coloring page here. Now I wanted to give this kitty a green eye, so I'm going to be using different variations of greens and yellows. I add quite a bit of yellow on this kitty because I want to make his eye really pop. Coming through with a darker green now, just kind of haphazardly throughout the eye just to give it a 3D effect so it doesn't look as flat as it did. Just kind of wherever I feel like it, I'm putting some dark. Now I'm coming through with the light for the same reason. And back through with the white to give it a more curved look, adding some more highlights back in. I'm going to work on his forehead area, following the natural lights and darks of this photograph coloring page. I'm going to take and put some light yellows where the light parts are and some darker oranges where the dark parts are. Now with the ear, we're just going to take some darker orange and go through that because this area is pretty muted because it's unfocused, because the focus of this photograph coloring page is actually on the kitty's eyes. Then take a white colored pencil and work and make those whiskers pop a little bit more. Taking the gray and making these shadows stand out more, see how much of a difference that makes. Just kind of following the natural shadows that are already there. Very loose hand. Now I'm going to go through under here and do the chin with the dark burnt orange. Just light strokes because we don't want it to stand out too much because again this is an unfocused area. So we just want to give the illusion of color and the illusion that his body continues down there. I'm going to work on the whiskers a little bit with a sharp white colored pencil. Just make those stand out more. I'm going to work on the chin and add some more highlights as well as lowlights. That way his chin doesn't look so flat. I'm going to bring out a light gray and trace those natural shadows that are already there. I'm going to work on the nose and the mouth and add some more highlights and make it more 3D like. Coloring Grayscale, it's all about following those natural shadows and highlights that are present. Because it's done the hard part for you. Now you just have to do the easy part and trace it. Going through the side of the nose here and darkening that up just a little bit with very loose strokes just to make that bridge of the nose give the illusion of sticking out more. Same thing with the ear, going through at the part that should be the deepest and adding shadows there as well. And here is our finished kitty. Well, halfway finished at least. But it's the end of our tutorial, so I want to thank you for joining me and watching this tutorial. I hope you learned a lot from it. Please leave your comments below, like my page, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if you'd like this kitty or many other fun grayscale images, I will be having many of those coming out in 2016. Just search Gray to Gorgeous by Erica Henry on Amazon and you'll see the full line as they come. You can also follow my artist channel on Amazon and stay informed anytime a new book that I create comes out. Link to that's below, as well as my Coffee and Coloring Squad link will be there as well. There I give away free coloring pages and news, as well as tutorials such as this one, straight to your inbox. Alright, thank you guys for joining me. Bye. Happy coloring.